Hello, my dear bacho. How are you all? Exam prep is going on full force, I know, and I've heard some of you are a little worried about this poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. All these symbols. It feels a bit tricky, right? But bilkul chinta mat karo. Trust me, we're gonna make this so simple, you'll see it's actually one of the easiest poems to get full marks in. So are you ready? Let's do this together. Okay, first things first. Just look at these tigers. I mean, wow. Can you see them? They're not just walking, they're prancing. They are so powerful, so beautiful, and completely, absolutely unafraid of anything. Just feel that confidence, that raw strength, this picture of total freedom. This is the key to understanding the entire poem. Remember this image, okay? But here's where it gets interesting. This is the big puzzle. You see the creator of these amazing, powerful tigers, Aunt Jennifer? Well, she is completely the opposite. She is weak, she's afraid, she feels totally trapped. So the question is, how? How can someone so scared, so timid, create something so incredibly fearless? It's a mystery, right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to solve today. Okay, so to make this super simple, here's our game plan. First, we'll look at Aunt Jennifer's two very different worlds. Then we'll dive deep into her fearless tigers, and then into the trapped Aunt Jennifer herself. After that, we'll see how art is her escape, what her legacy is, and then, the most important part, we'll hit those top exam questions. Chalo, let's get started. So, Section 1, Aunt Jennifer's two worlds, her reality versus her art. You see, Beta, the entire secret to this poem is right here. It's about understanding that she lives in two completely different worlds. There's her real world, her day-to-day life, which is, well, it's really difficult and sad. And then there's this other world, the world she creates with her own hands, in her art. And that world, it's beautiful, it's powerful, and it's free. Okay, part 1, the fearless, free tigers. So let's jump right in. Let's explore the world that Aunt Jennifer wishes she could live in, this amazing, vibrant, and super powerful world of her tigers. Just listen to these lines. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Wow, did you catch those words? They don't just walk, they prance. Like they're full of joy and energy. They're bright topaz, shining yellow, like a precious jewel. And this is the most important line, Bacho. They do not fear the men. That phrase, chivalric certainty, it's a fancy way of saying they have this noble, brave confidence. You know, like old-time knights, they are totally sure of themselves, and they fear no one. So here are the keywords you absolutely need to know for the tigers. Prance means full of energy. Bright topaz tells us they're precious and shining. Chivalric means they are noble and brave. And of course, unafraid. Bacho, write these down or take a screenshot right now. Using these exact words in your answers will tell the examiner, hey, this student really gets it. It paints a picture of these amazing, heroic creatures. All right, part 2, the trapped Aunt Jennifer. Now hold on tight because we're about to switch gears completely. We're leaving the world of these free tigers and entering the world of their trapped creator. It's a total contrast, so be ready. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Can you feel that change? The energy is just gone. Her fingers aren't steady and strong like you'd expect from an artist. No, they're fluttering. It shows she's nervous, she's weak. She's so tired, so drained that pulling a tiny needle feels like a huge task. And why? The poem gives us a huge clue, the massive weight of Uncle's wedding band. So let's look at her keywords. Fluttering fingers, that shows fear and weakness. Hard to pull, she's just so tired physically and emotionally. Terrified hands, she's living in constant fear. And that massive weight, the burden of her marriage. Now just think for a second. The tigers were prancing, chivalric, unafraid. Aunt Jennifer is fluttering, terrified, burdened. See? They are polar opposites. All right, so this brings us to a really important part, art as an escape and the meaning of the wedding band. So let's talk about this massive weight. Is the ring itself super heavy, like made of lead or something? No, of course not, Beta. The poet is being clever. It's a symbol. Let's figure out what it really stands for. Okay, so literally what is it? It's just a ring on her finger. A simple wedding band. But symbolically? Oh, it's so much more. It stands for her oppressive marriage, a marriage where she feels controlled, where her own identity has been lost. It's all the duties, the expectations, everything that has crushed her spirit. That's why it feels heavy. It's not a ring of love, Butcho. It's a ring of burden. But here we get to the most beautiful, the most hopeful part of the entire poem, her immortal legacy. Yes, Beta, her life is sad, it's filled with fear. But the art she creates, that lives forever. The beauty she puts out into the world has a power that nothing, not even her suffering, can ever destroy. It's immortal. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still, ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. So just imagine this. The poet says even in death, her hands will still show the marks of her suffering. They'll still be ringed with ordeals. Her body can't escape. But, and this is the big but, the tigers she made, they will keep on prancing, proud and unafraid, forever. And this is the final message, the heart of the poem, her body versus her spirit. You see, the artist, her physical self, might be gone, trapped and then gone. But her creation, her spirit, her soul, that's alive in those tigers. And it will prance on forever, free, proud, for everyone to see. You can't trap a spirit like that. Okay, Butcho, pencils out. This is our exam masterclass, top questions and answers. Now this is the part that's going to get you those marks. We're going to go through the most common, most frequently asked questions from this poem. So are you ready? Let's do it. All right, exam question number 1. This one comes up a lot. Why is she finding the ivory needle so hard to pull? Think about it. What did we just learn about how she feels both inside and out? Okay, here's your perfect 3-point answer. This is a guaranteed 3-marker, okay? First, her fingers are fluttering because she's physically weak and very nervous. Second, she is emotionally and mentally just exhausted from her difficult life. And third, the massive weight of her marriage makes even the smallest, simplest tasks feel incredibly difficult. Got it? Simple, clear, full marks. Okay, question number 2, and this is about the biggest symbol in the poem. What is suggested by the image, massive weight of Uncle's wedding band? And here's how you answer that. 1, it symbolizes a heavy, unhappy, and oppressive marriage. It's not a happy one. 2, it suggests that her husband, the uncle, has controlled her entire life. It's about male dominance. And 3, that word massive is so important. It proves that the marriage isn't a bond of love, but a huge, heavy burden that she is forced to carry every single day. And our final exam question. This is the big picture question. Why did she create animals that are so different from her own character? Why would someone so scared create something so fearless? And the answer is just beautiful. First, the tigers represent the freedom and the confidence she desperately wishes she had. Second, creating them is her escape. It's a way for her to express all her hidden desires. And third, through her art, she gets to create the powerful personality that her real life has stolen from her. The tigers, they are her true inner spirit, finally set free. So, Bachcho, the key takeaway. If you forget everything else, just remember this one line. Her body was trapped by her ordeals, but her creative spirit, shown in her tigers, is forever free. And before we go, a little question for you to think about. What about you? In your life, what is your tiger? What is that one passion, that one thing you create or do that makes you feel proud and completely unafraid? It could be anything. Think about it. Okay, all the very, very best for your exams, my dear Butcho. I know you're going to do wonderfully. Bye for now.